I'm Eric Singer, Gazette.com, your host for everything that is Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Back-to-back wins at home this past week. Harpo's from Boulder in U.S. Cup action, 2-1. Then, in league play, in driving rain, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC with an overpowering win at home in Sand Creek Stadium against Arizona United SC 5-0. The Switchbacks are now on the road for 2 games this week. And that's why we have for you Diary on the Road, Switchbacks FC edition. Coach Steve Trittschuh focused on the most recent back-to-back wins.
I thought the team had a very good game against Harpo's. It was, difficult situation. The field, the weather, everything was bad. But they went in, and we had a good first half. We had a good start to the game, and just to hold on when we got the guy red carded towards the end. Like this team has good character, so that they're showing that through a whole match. The game against Arizona was tremendous. We again, the field wasn't the best conditions, but both teams had to play on it. And we came out with a great mental attitude and got on top of them. Had a very good first half, created a lot of chances, just didn't put the ball away. And then second half, things clicked and we scored 5 goals. And so, we go out of that game feeling really good about ourselves. And now we go into LA next weekend, and we still want to keep climbing up the table. So they're close to us, and we want to get the victory next weekend.
Luke Vercoloni, number 4, had 2 of those 5 goals.
I was super impressed with our performance, but just our response to the conditions and to the variables. We didn't know if we were going to play with the rest of value in the field. The field was in awful shape, but from the start, coach said no excuses, and we all had the mindset we're going to win this game, we're going to want it more, we're going to battle, and that's what we did. I feel like they were probably a little bit off their game because of the mindset and the mental attitude, and I think we came out, wanted it more, worked harder, and got the result and earned it that way. Even the 5-0 result, I thought it was fair.
Martin Mabin, number 9, had 1 of those goals.
The biggest mental game that we'll play all year. Coming in, there was obviously the discussion of whether the game was going to be played or not, and coach made sure that we were there mentally. I don't think they were. You could tell from some of the mistakes that they made, they weren't as up for it as we were, and the team that wanted it most on the day won.
It was a huge game against Arizona United. Now, we're going to take a timeout and meet another Colorado Springs Switchbacks player. We'll be right back with more of the Switchbacks FC Diary on the Road right after this. Welcome back. I'm Eric Singer, your host for Switchbacks FC, your source of Switchbacks news. Now it's time to get to know one of the players in our Diary on the Road Switchbacks FC edition. Josh Phillips.
A little bit about myself. I was born in Seattle, raised in Olympia. I grew up playing in the Seattle area, went to school at Gonzaga University. I played the past season with FC Tucson, and had a really good season down there. And Steve was able to catch a couple of my games, like what he saw, and gave me a call.
The Switchbacks are headed to Salt Lake now for a U.S. Cup game and then a Friday night game against league rival LA Galaxy 2.
It'll be a tough road trip for us because we go straight from Salt Lake City to LA and get a win on Wednesday and then keep the momentum going and get another good result on the road against LA, who is a very good team. JJ Gear and I are, the more we're playing together, the better we're getting at communicating with each other and understanding each other's tendencies. And I think that we just build off each game and continue to progress. And I think we'll just continue to do what we've been doing and we'll be fine.
To Switchbacks FC fans,
I loved all you guys out there. Hopefully we'll have some good weather for you guys coming soon, and just keep coming out and supporting us. Thank you.
and on Diary on the Road, Switchbacks FC edition, anything can happen, and it does.
1, 2, 3.
And yes, Josh Phillips is a good sport about it. We're going to take a quick timeout and get a quick focus on the future with Switchbacks FC coach Steve Trittschuh as we continue with Switchbacks FC, your source for everything that is Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
Doing what we do for a living, we have to give that extra mile, even when you think you can't. Because not only are we taking care of people, but we're taking care of ourselves. At Centura, it is a culture of health. And as a group, we've brought that to the forefront to demonstrate to patients.
See Juliana's inspiring story at CenturaConnected.org.
Welcome back to Switchbacks FC Diary on the Road edition. I'm Eric Singer. 2 games again this week, Wednesday in Salt Lake for a U.S. Open Cup game, and here's Coach Steve Trittschuh.
Wednesday for the Open Cup in Salt Lake. Obviously we've beat them twice, one time in Salt Lake, so we know we can go in there and win. And we're going to play a good, strong team. We want to keep doing well in the Open Cup, but we have to keep looking beyond for the league too. So, going into Salt Lake, like I said, we're going to put a good, strong team on, and the guys that haven't been playing are part of this team, and they've proven that they can win. So, we make a few changes on Wednesday because we want to go into LA and have a good, strong team and have everybody rest there.
Coach Steve on playing the Galaxy in LA.
They're a good team. They're another one of those MLS teams that you don't know who's going to be there until we get there. But they haven't played for a couple of weeks, so we've got to keep the momentum we've got going into LA because we know we can win away from home, and that's one of our main objectives this week. Is these last 2 weeks were tough with 4 games, and we want to go in there and finish this 2 weeks with good win. They're similar to how their first team plays. They have some decent players on there and players that will play on the first team. And like I said, I just don't know if they're going to bring some first team guys down to play with them. So we just kind of have to wait till we get there to see who's on the roster. These 2 weeks were tough for us, and hopefully we can get 4 wins out of it, 4 good results, and then come back home on June 6th and play Vancouver. Hopefully everybody will come out to Sand Creek at 7 o'clock June 6th.
Thanks, Coach Steve Trittschuh. Wishing you and your team great luck on the road. I'm Eric Singer. Thanks for watching Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and this special edition of Diary on the Road. We'll see you next week.